AJ, just when you thought it was safe to know what day of the week it is based on who my Gamescast host is, it's Wednesday. And you're here. What the hell is going on?
Hey, Brian, because you don't ask for much. You don't even ask for us to wear pants here.
Well, I can't ask you to do something I don't do.
That's like boss of the year material right there. So just thank you, boss, for being a great boss.
I was born in the USA, AJ. Born in the USA.
Born in the USA.
All right,
might
man.
get copyright.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, you're that good. It's 1-to-1 recreation. Wait. I mean, I did listen. I did find it kind of funny that like back when I was first doing YouTube stuff, I did have a channel for myself where I was just uploading myself performing original songs and cover songs, and I did a cover of Josh Ritter's "Getting Ready to Get Down," and I got a copyright claim, and I was like, oh, I can't even play a cover version. I didn't know. Like, there's just no way of getting around it. But whatever, copyright claim. What are you gonna do? Everyone, take your pants off. You guys ready to do this?
Let's go. I'm ready.
Let's go. This is PSVR Gamescast Live. We film live every single Monday, Wednesday, and 2 hours Friday right here on YouTube. We do it live 6 p.m. Eastern for your viewing pleasure, but we also care so very much about your oral pleasure. That's why I put some podcast services of your choice. My name is Brian Paul from this channel right here without Parole. This guy over here to my left, your right. That's right. You fucking know who he is because he was just here 2 days ago. And pretty much, pretty regular basis for the last 7 years. It's been so long, AJ. I feel like 7 years isn't even accurate. What's up, man? It's AJ from The Underground, PSVR. Underground.
What is up, Brian? What is up, Game Cats? Happy West Day. Now, disclaimer, Wes isn't here today because he had stuff to do. But trust me, he's having just as good of a time. Maybe not as good of a time as us, but
who could possibly?
because this is the bestest of times here. But no, he's going to see a good old rock band tonight, so taking the misses out. So Wes, I hope you're out there rocking out, having fun, and
with your cock out.
Happy that I could fill in for you today and take all the embarrassment today.
Oh man, it's gonna drive me nuts. Like, it's right before we started, you got a delay on your video. Can you hang up and rejoin the call?
Oh my God. Let me unplug, plug it back in.
Yeah, thanks.
There we go. Now it should be ready. Fine.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Unplugging, plugging back in worked.
Always works.
Nice. Very good. Very good. Yeah. And dude, I would have done a solo show today. Actually, when Wes first told me, hey, I got a show to do, he goes, well, let me see if Miles can swap, Friday, Wednesday, blah, blah, blah. The whole thing. I was like, yeah, don't worry. And if he can't, I'll just do a solo show. It's fine. And look at you. Here you are again after Monday's show, stepping up and being like, I'll do 2 shows in a row. That's some insanity right there, man. Who'd want to be on this channel more than once a week?
I'm just trying to do my part.
Yeah. Chan says, watch how many times Ryan touches his nose. I don't know who Ryan is, but I have a massive coke problem, and so Brian will touch his nose very frequently throughout the course of every Gamescast. I'm always trying to make sure that there's not a little powder left on there. Always a little bit itchy. I don't even have my septum totally deviated, so when I breathe, you can hear a little wheeze, right? Because it burned the hole right through. None of that's true.
I know.
But I do touch my nose a lot. I just kind of touch my face.
It's out. There's a lot of pollen out there right now. It's just a lot of allergies. And I don't even have allergies.
Old Darth says, this is like the old days. That's right, man. You used to do this with me 3 days a week.
Oh my God. What is wrong with me?
Torture. Wow.
Oh gosh, I have issues.
Yeah, don't we? Listen, shout out to everybody who helped us with the GoFundMe. We actually crossed the $10,000 goal.
Woo! Let's go! Gamecat Meetup 2026 next week in Vegas. Ugh. Yes, I didn't know this. This is awesome. This is the best part about me not knowing anything coming on the show today. Holy shit, you guys are the freaking best ever. Oh my God, that is amazing. And dude, 1 week and 1 day, you're going to get giant bear hugs from me. I can't wait to hug each and every one of you. Just be ready for that. Just fair warning. You know, if you have some sort of like injuries or something, you may want to let me know in advance because I'm a hugger. Like I hug the shit out of people, and like I don't shake hands. Brothers don't shake hands. Brothers gotta hug.
Does anybody want my plane fare to Vegas? I'll go next year. I promise.
That one was for I think Scalpel Doc, who said she was like mentioning Tommy Boy references, and I was like, I know at least like 50 of them.
Oh, for real. For sure. Listen, so we got past the $10,000 mark on the GoFundMe in no small part to Gamecat Ops, who did a big donation in order to get us to exactly 10K, and then we got $20 more after that. And I said, you know what? Listen, we got more live streams to do. We're not just gonna fucking blow this popsicle stand just because I'll blow all the popsicles in the popsicle stand, but I'm not gonna blow the stand itself just because we got all the money we asked for. No, you know why? Because listen, we have more streams we want to do. I have big streams planned, and we're going to at least do one more with the group, and I get at least one, if not two more solo. And so I was like, well then fuck it, man. Like let's do some stretch goals. Let's see what we can do. So I bumped it to 12K, and obviously that'll help us even more. That'll make sure that we are really good to go. That'll pay for the $750 room rental that I already paid for the Gamescast live Gamescast that we're going to do, and I'm buying some equipment to make sure that we can film pretty much nonstop while we're there. So hey, you know what? We'll call it a stretch goal. I feel like we reached our goal. And now here's a stretch goal. If we get to 15K, there'll be a PSVR 2 port.
Very nice. Thank you, Gamecat Ops and company, for getting us across the finish line there.
Yeah.
And everybody who donated, like you guys are just the absolute best. And yes, Gamecat Ops, I will provide those illustrious vocals for your game you're producing. I think he's producing a game, right? Yes.
Order one, right? He contributed 3K to that Kickstarter, and
I can do several voices. I can be like, "Oi, governor." It's my Moyles Doyer and my Brian Paul.
Gamecat has been so generous that I'm like, man, I feel like just being like, dude, if you really want me to do the voiceovers that I already said no to, I will. I really will. I'm so fucking stuck in my ways sometimes, man. It makes me feel bad. So I feel like I gotta repay a little bit.
Yeah, man. It's just fun. It helps out. And one thing though, Gamecat Ops, I know it's like a sci-fi horror game on a spaceship, but can I say release the Kraken?
Oh, you know what? I think Jamie got my spot, and that would be way better. I think we'd all rather hear Jamie's voice than my voice in a game. Yeah, I know, right? AJ, I know it's not Monday, and I know it's been a while since we've had to do this, but back by popular request, take it away.
Brian, we would like to thank those who support us in another way by changing their name to something Gamecat related, or something Gamecat adjacent as you. That's something Gamecat Jason would like to say. And this week we have 3 new Gamecats to welcome to the Gamecat Dojo.
Usually I have something that pops up on the screen right here. Oh, hold on. Hello? No? Is it happening? Is it good? Hold on, wait. It worked. Go ahead.
Starting with comic book guy, Gamecat. I wonder who that is.
I have no idea.
I don't know who that is anymore.
No idea.
Yeah. I bet you if we put our heads together, we could figure it out. We've also got AJ, the Gamecat Overlord.
Bing.
Is that like?
Oh my God! I didn't even, dude. Hold on a second. I know you can't see it, but you'll be able to see it on the replay. I gotta zoom this shit in. His PFP has all 4 of us.
Nice.
That is.
And I like how I'm the Overlord.
What is I'm not sure if I like this anymore.
Actually, the funny thing is, you're in my phone this has been like this since like I first knew you in like 2018 or 2017 or something. But you're still in my phone as Brian Gamecat Overlord.
You're still in my phone as AJ/God Cannon.
Nice. Oh, I interacted with a real cannon this weekend. I posted a picture of Discord for Vader. Shout out Vader, Dark Sith Lord himself. But we got, last and finally not least, we've got VR Joe, the Hoosier Game Cat.
Bing. Oh my God! Who, by the way, who was like desperately asking for a shout out on Monday's show, and we're like, no, we're gonna do this proper. And then when I went to look for #GameCat in the comments under every video, which is how you're supposed to get my attention and let me know that you changed your name to GameCat, none existed. I had to literally go back into Monday's show and search through the chat log, and then find him that way. Oh my God! Simple instructions, AJ. Simple instructions. Yeah, if you change your name to GameCat because you love us almost as much as we love you, then make sure you put #GameCat in the comments of any video on Without Parole, and I will search them. I promise you, I'll search them every Monday. And if you guys keep doing this, we'll keep giving you shout outs. Thanks for being part of the GameCat cult. I mean, church. I mean, it's a cult. Let's be honest. We love you guys.
Bring your Kool-Aid.
Bro, I would love some Kool-Aid right now. I haven't had like any like refined sugars in weeks. I would love it. Dude, we got to give a couple shout outs here for some tips that we got, starting with Not Short Brondo with the $5 says, I'm confused. Is it Wednesday or AJ Friday or Miles Monday? The answer, Brondo, is that we don't know, and we're going to make fucking sure that you don't either. That's our only goal, is to keep everyone confused. We also got comic book guy Gamecat with the. Now you know what it sounds like on my end all the fucking time.
Ouch!
Don't pretend like your ears hurt. My ears are permanently damaged because of Monday episodes. What is this? With the 2 quid says, "Oh hi AJ, and can we talk about FNAF, please?" We will indeed talk about FNAF. It is coming up, and we have a lot to say about it. But be patient. Be patient. We have a lot to talk about in today's show somehow, even though not a lot's happened. Figure that one out.
What is up, comic book guy Gamecat? Oh, that's who it is. It's comic book guy.
Yeah.
Got it.
I know, man. Not an easy one to figure out. We got Deadbringer28 with the $2 says, nothing wrong with a little bit more. AJ, happy Cats Day. Happy
What up,
Cats
Deadbringer?
Day.
Shout out to the juniors out there. I know you guys are out there watching. What up, juniors? We need to play some Eagle Flight soon. Let's bring it back. That's the only time I've ever played Eagle Flight multiplayer was with the juniors.
Damn. Yeah, I feel like I only got about 2 or 3 games in ever. Was I part of that with you guys? Was I with you guys?
Surprisingly not bad. I think I remember having fun with it. I was like, this is pretty good.
Yeah. But I am not setting up my PSVR 1 to play Eagle Flight. I'm sorry.
Set up your PS. Why is it not already set up? It's set up. It connects to your PS5, Brian.
I'm a loser, baby. Why don't you kill me?
Up at the door. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm always interested if people can do the verses. Everybody knows the chorus.
Oh yeah, no, I no.
Okay. Darth Vader, the Gamecat with the $10 says, "Give me blade and sorcery, or give me death." Really taking a stand on the important issues in the world, Vader. That's really happy that you're out there saying the things that no one else is brave enough to say. Is I really hope we're getting it sometime this year. Imagine we see it at a future State of Play announcing it's in development. This would make my year. Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be great. All sorts of games that we've heard rumors about. And
I think we will. I definitely think we'll get Blade and Sorcery. I think we have to.
Yeah, speaking of State of Play, Weren't we supposed to have an announcement of a state of play for tomorrow by now? Isn't that how it's supposed to go down?
That's what the expert leakers told you, Brian. I don't know. It could happen. It could. It usually, I don't know. It could be a surprise announcement tomorrow. I think if there is going to be a state of play at this point, between tomorrow and next week would be like the time to have one.
Yeah. I'm down. If it doesn't happen, listen, I don't really care. Everybody knows, dude, we're going to Vegas in like, what is it, 8 days? 9 days? I don't want anything to happen. I want anything to happen for a month. All right. I'm sorry for everyone who's staying home, but like the last thing I want to do and the last place I want to be when like these big games are dropping, man, or announcements are happening or state of plays are going down is in Vegas. Like, I think it's going to be so much fun and we're going to have such a blast while we're there. However, it's going to drive me crazy if like games are dropping and we're like, yeah, we'll cover that in 4 days. Okay. All right.
Popsicle says state of play sucks, so who cares? That's the spirit, Popsicle.
Yeah, that's the spirit for sure. That's what we want to motivate. That's the attitude we want to motivate in the Game Cats. It is everything sucks, so who the fuck cares?
No, not everything, just state of play. But maybe that's what will make this next one, if it happens, not suck. That's what makes them more exciting, is the surprise.
Twitcher, the single player Game Cat with the 5 quid, says tried to watch Home Sweet Home movie after Munjay's show. Fell asleep. He said he fell asleep. It's not great.
Oh, dang it.
Yeah. I feel like I started. I feel like I tried to. I feel like I started it on Amazon Prime, and not recently, like months ago. Oh, and by the way, it wasn't Brondo who told us about it. So I'm thinking I'm gonna go with Kill Artist now. I'm just gonna start pointing the finger at different Game Cats until I finally land on the one that said it. But I'm gonna go with Kill Artist at this point.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't think I got too far in it either. So not great. Okay, we're gonna tell a couple more tips, and then we're gonna get into the show. MH, the red cat that matters, with the level 1 membership, says still half mind. Okay, hold on. Still half mind abandoning wife, kids, and go to Vegas. What do you mean half?
And go Vegas.
This is the time to commit, red cat. This is the time to commit and say, listen, wifey, we've had a good run. We had our time. Now it's time for me to spend it with the boys. And probably a couple girls too. I'm sure she'll be fine with that. This is not going well. I'm not making a good sales pitch for the Vegas meetup. Bestest mate with the 2 quid says just played the last Guardian demo on PSVR 1. Yeah.
Yes.
Why isn't that a full game? I'm so confused. Don't call it a demo. Call it, maybe tech demo or something, right? Or experiment or something like that. But oh god. That was so disappointing that it was so cool, and then that was the last we saw of it.
It just those production values were really nice. It wasn't even like the most like interactive or like intuitive thing, but it was like just a cool experience. It was. And what's the game that the same developers made on PSVR 2? There is a game that those developers made that it just kind of gives you a little bit of that vibe. And I never finished it, but I remember being like, yeah, it's like not bad.
Team Eco did something on PSVR?
On PSVR 2. I thought they have that like puzzle game that where you're like guiding that little girl through that like broken down castle, and it's like puzzles. Like the little girl, you're like washed up by the bay, and there's like a castle, and you're like Mare. That sounds right.
Mare was
Mare.
Mare was absolutely heavily inspired by Team Eco's offerings, but not. I don't think there's any. There's any connection. Please, chat, correct me if I'm wrong, because very frequently, people will leave teams and then start up their own small studio.
I thought it was like somebody that had worked on it or something, but I don't know.
All right, man, but I would kill for Last Guardian used teleportation and this and that and blah blah blah. For the demo, but man, they were onto something. They were definitely on something. The sense of scale when you're on the ground, the tree coat is hovering over you. I mean, it's just mind blowing. I guess I don't have my footage for it anymore. All I have is the trailer of the flat screen game. But
I'm such a sucker for animals too. So yeah, it was nice. I tried playing The Last Guardian at one point. I think it was free on Plus, or I bought it for cheap, and
it's okay.
Yeah, I got like a couple hours into it, and then I was like, okay, I'm good. Like, it was decent though.
If the bear, cat, dog, if Trico wasn't so fucking adorable and just like such a great companion,
he's like a dog bird.
Yeah,
he's like a bird dog.
Yeah, if it wasn't for Trico, I would have been pretty unimpressed. But you know, it was cool, and it was really to see that it was. I mean, this was the E3 of dreams, right? This is when we assumed that The Last Guardian was dead and buried, and then it was supposed to be a PS3 game, and then they resurrected it for PS4, and it was like, man, I can't believe the fact that it's even. Yes, what's up?
Everyone trying to incorrect me here. The VR puzzle adventure game Mare was developed by Rui Guerrero, a former artist at Team Eco.
There you go.
Who worked on The Last Guardian.
There you go.
Developed Mare later. So there's your fun fact for the day.
Yep. I don't know if I don't think I had ever heard that. But when I said there was no connection, that's why I wanted to leave the door open. I was like, somebody from Team Eco might have had something to do with it. Okay, because it happens all the time.
It's not Team Eco though. It's not. You're right. It's not Team Eco, but it's like somebody. I knew there was some kind of like. I remember hearing some sort of connection there.
Secret Sub says Trico acts more like a damn cat, does what it wants. Yeah,
yeah. He's a giant bird dog that acts like a cat. That's very true.
It's hard, man. Like, and I think that was intentional. I mean, I could be wrong, but I think it was intentional. That it was like so hard to communicate with Trico at the beginning of the game. But the longer you play and the more you hang out with Trico, the more it starts responding to your commands. Right. So you like the two of you start getting to know each other better. It felt intentional. That didn't make it any less insufferable getting through the first parts of the game. And then we got VR Joe, the Hoosier Game Cat, with the $2 says termite choking on a splinter. Oh, he's doing some loser lyrics.
Nice.
Look at that.
That's a cool lyric. I need to check out those lyrics.
I mean, that's where it's at. Different song. Just to clarify before the chat corrects me.
2 turntables and a microphone.
Dead Ringer, the Game Cat with a level 1 membership, says they should port Eagle Flight to PSVR2. Yeah, that'll solve all of Ubisoft's financial problems.
I tried.
Yeah.
We just tried to get them to remove the blinders. That's all I asked for, but because I knew a couple developers there, and
great game, great launch game. I thought it was so fun flying through that abandoned city, and I mean, like, we say what you want about the controls or the blinders or whatever, but man, it really showed you what was possible with PSVR 1. So cool. So much fun.
It was when I had before I got the PS5 or PS4 Pro, it was like one of the best looking games that I had on my base PS4. It was beautiful. And I was like, whoa, it was like one of the first clear games I played on a base PS4.
Yeah, Ubisoft really knew what was up, and it was so cool to see them supporting PSVR 1 from day one. Right, it was within the first 2 years. I think they had about 4 games on the platform, and some really unique experiences. Right, this is what we want in VR. Sometimes, right? It's like when we want. Sometimes we need bigger games, but Ubisoft was not afraid to experiment. Right, they gave us Star Trek Bridge Commander. That's not what it was called, was it? Yeah, it was Bridge Crew. Thank you. And then they gave us Eagle Flight, Werewolves Within. And then eventually, what was the PvP one?
Space
Junkies. Yes. So a good variety of games from a studio that probably should have been focused on other things to keep the money rolling in, but they tried.
Yeah, I wish they didn't abandon ship for Quest, because look how that turned out for them.
Oh, right. I forgot about that.
That's the least of their problems, though.
Right. AJ, like we like to do occasionally, we like to pull a viewer takeover question from the viewer takeover channel over on our Discord. You guys can join our Discord by clicking the link in the description below. And then over there, you can get a question on the show without spending a single penny, just like Nat Attack did. Writes #viewer takeover. Have you ever offended someone by using the term flat gaming? I accidentally made someone who doesn't play VR frustrated with me by using this term to them. I tried to compare it to me having twins, and now sometimes I say singleton pregnancy whenever someone is pregnant with one child. They say that's not the same thing. LOL. I feel like this is an Am I the A-hole post on Reddit. which by the way, I've seen so many YouTubers just sit there and read Am I the A-hole shit on Reddit and react to it. I feel like that's a better move for the channel because this VR thing ain't working out so well. So if next week all you get is Am I the A-hole reactions, you'll know what happened. AJ, do you think people are offended by the term flat gaming or flat screen gamers or flat gamer, whatever?
I don't know, but the only thing I really was paying attention to was, first of all, really cool that you have twins. Awesome. Congrats. But secondly, calling somebody saying they're a singleton pregnancy, it sounds like such a diss.
It sounds like simpleton, which is phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, I know. I love that.
Yeah. We should change flat gaming to simpleton gaming and be like, ha ha.
You wanna, yeah. Or if you want to convert more people to multiplayer games, the singleton player games.
Yeah, listen, terminology, language, it all evolves. I mean, like you get new slang with every single generation of kids that come along. The words that we use have to evolve because the world around us evolves, and there's no getting around it, man. Like it wasn't black and white TV before color TV came around, but when color TV came around, you had to start differentiating it. And so now that VR is a thing, I do think that you have to assign new terminology to the old thing in order to differentiate it. So we are primarily VR gamers. And so when we reference a flat screen game, we say flat screen gamer, flat gamer, whatever it is.
I've never offended anybody, but I will say every time I'm describing like VR or having a conversation to VR about somebody and I call it a flat screen game, I do like laugh as I'm saying that. So like, I feel like it could be, I can understand like it could be offensive. Nobody's ever been offended by it though. They actually laugh about it. Or I definitely laugh when I call it and they're like flat screen. And it's like, yeah, it takes them a minute and they're like, yeah, okay, I guess it makes sense. But at first it does, you're like flat gamers. Like maybe it was the way you said it. Maybe you're like flat gaming.
Yeah. I mean, listen, and I think the only people who are ever going to get offended by it are people who just don't like VR, right? And some of those people have never even tried VR. They just don't like that their hobby is changing in any way, shape, or form. Right? So what are you going to do? Yeah, I think the people who are offended by this stuff are, what's the term they always use? Snowflakes.
LMB says flat earthers.
Yep. Nothing makes me smile more than using the term snowflake, man, because I would never use it seriously. And so anytime I use it, you just know I'm fucking making fun of the term.
If you don't want to offend them, if you're worried about offending people, Nat Attack Gaming, you can use what Stevie Richards says. Call them pancake games because everybody likes pancakes.
Makes me not want to play VR. Like unless we can be French toast gaming over here, because French toast is the only thing better than pancakes. Don't at me. Dracula AD's 1972 Gamecat with the 10 quid says The Last Guardian is my favorite game of all time. We need the full game in VR. First of all, that's insanity. Anyone who likes The Last Guardian more than Shadow of the Colossus or Eco, both just phenomenal games in my opinion. Now I'm going to take it back. I don't know if I ever finished The Last Guardian. I don't know if I'm allowed to have an opinion on it. I feel like I got very deep into it, 5, maybe 6 hours or something like that, and then would just like get distracted by something.
You can definitely have an opinion on a game without finishing it.
Well, I have an opinion on the first 5 hours of it, and it's okay. Right, but it's like a 7 or 8 out of 10 for me. Whereas like Eco and Shadow of the Colossus, probably 10 out of 10. Yeah. No offense, Dracula. Please. Actually, I was gonna say please don't convert me into a vampire, but you know what? It's time. I'm ready. All right, man. Let's move on. It's funny. People are talking today about Microsoft Flight Sim. There was a live stream over on Twitch, and it sounds like if you just read the headlines, it sounds like it's coming for PSVR 2 next week.
Woo!
Yeah. Yep. Which is exciting. very exciting news. But then you got to look a little bit deeper. Right? So let's see, where are we going to go here? What site are we going to use?
Headlines don't tell the full story, Brian.
I know, it's craziness. And listen, it could very well come out next week. I think that's the important thing to mention, is that it's just there's nothing definite here. And so let's go over to, this is where I saw the news initially. Is this the PS? It's got to be the PSVR subreddit. It says Microsoft Flight Sim PSVR2 coming out next week. So they just announced it on developer live stream here. And they said it's around the 21-minute mark. When I went to the 21-minute mark, very clearly says we passed certification, and we have 3 critical bugs that need to be fixed before launch. We think we can do that, and we are targeting launch next week. And it was like, okay, that doesn't sound nearly as confirmed or confident as I was before I started watching it. It's very, very likely that they're going to make this, that's going to happen. It's going to happen next week. But just know. Just know if it doesn't, you shouldn't be surprised.
Or there could be some bugs at launch. Probably will be.
There probably will be. But I do feel like Microsoft Flight Sim is the kind of game where even if there are bugs at launch, there's going to be so much content and so much to do, and just how nice is it going to be in a plane and just explore, fly around, and I can see my house from here. That kind of shit for like hours and hours and hours, probably going to be worth putting up with the bugs. Honestly, if
this
there
is
are
one of those games that Aceville says you can play for like a dozen hours and not do a goddamn thing and still have the time of your life. That is this type of game. But I'm really interested in, of course, in the in like the gamified modes, because that was my favorite part. I mean, let's be real. Like if I'm being honest, like I'm a big person on exploration. I love exploration in games, and like the geomapping data, whatever that they use from like Bing satellites or something. I don't remember what it is exactly. That's pretty neat. That's a really cool thing. And yes, you can, like, I have flown and Microsoft 2020. I played it in VR on PC a long time ago. And like I could fly over my house, and I could fly down my street and like see like my local hardware store, like the logo on the street, like the logo on it and everything. Like, it is a pretty surreal experience. It's really cool. And then but the gamified stuff was really, really like that's what like keeps you coming back and playing more. So I'm really excited, and they've added a lot of that to this. So I'm really excited about that part of it. But yeah, fingers crossed it drops next week. Hopefully, it would align with like a state of play, that would be really, really cool, or something to really give it a strong launch.
It'll be a blog post.
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, if history has taught us anything,
it'll have a YouTube like launch
trailer.
trailer that releases like early by accident. And then no, it'll probably have, it'll have a YouTube trailer and a blog post. And I just hope they nailed this port. Like, I hope it, like, visual quality, obviously, they had people demoing this already. Nobody said anything about it like looking terrible or anything. So
everybody walked away impressed.
Yeah. So
well,
I feel like it's pretty good.
This is going to be such a big game, and I honestly feel like I see people like Looper in the chat saying I think you need tens of hours of training to unlock these modes. And I was like, dude, I mean, it sounds like the kind of game that I wouldn't want to spend any less than 50 hours in before reviewing it. And so it's a little bit nerve wracking, right? Because of course, if it is coming out next week, even if it's coming out the week after, we got Vegas right in the middle of all this. And so part of me is just like, you know what? I'm just going to buy the game, just start playing it, put in as many possible hours as I can between now and when the VR version launches. And so I'll have like, some sort of expertise, hopefully a saves game that gets me into all the modes that I need to be in. And that's kind of the plan. And I'm also really curious, AJ, about how it's going to run on the base PS5 and the Pro. I've got both of them, obviously, and because I've heard mixed things. People saying, we've heard dozens of comments saying, "Oh, it doesn't run well on PS5." Period. And then plenty of other people have been like, "It runs fine." And so this is the kind of thing that it's good. I think some of these things are going to be different from person to person. I see Nihilus Ryan in the chat saying everyone should manage their expectations on this when it barely runs on flat screens, which is fucking hilarious coming from Nihilus Ryan of all people, the advocator of blurry games with terrible frame rates. Like, what is this? This is the game that you're putting your foot down on, Ryan. This is the game. Also, maybe that commenter was asking how many times Nihilus Ryan is going to touch his nose during the stream. There's just no way of knowing, but we can guess. We can guess. Sorry, Ryan. I had to throw you under the bus for that one. I thought it was funny. Yeah.
I was gonna say something and I forgot. I lost my train of thought there.
Well, it's easy to lose your train of thought when I talk for 17 minutes straight, AJ. Like, wait, was that when we were going to respond to? Was it? No, I'm already 7 points past the last point.
No, you should definitely. I was thinking, yeah, it would be great for you to do like that comparison video. People love that kind of thing, but also I'm like, well, you're gonna be. You might be packing for Vegas, so it's gonna be really tight squeeze. Like if it launches to get out there, hopefully it's like Tuesday. That's what I'm really hoping for, a Tuesday launch. That would be awesome. There's a lot of games that I usually try not to play or know anything about.
Yeah,
going into up to launch. I usually like the surprise of experiencing it for the first time in VR. This one, I think I'm going to go ahead and pick this up. Probably the biggest version of it I can get.
Hold on, let me up the GoFundMe by a couple $100 more.
Yeah, somebody was like, for the low price of $300. I don't know how much that is. I almost pre-ordered it like at the time because you get like a bunch of all the planes. I think if you like with all the deluxe edition, everything, blah blah blah, you get I think up to 125 planes. The base game you have like 60 something, which is plenty. Let's be honest. I'm probably not going to fly every single plane and need every last little thing, but.
Interesting. I'm wondering maybe you should tackle the expensive one because you just volunteered for it. Maybe I should tackle the cheap one, and I can be like, hey, listen, I know a lot of you out there are only going to want to spend $60 for this, and so that's the one I played. That's the version I got. No,
yeah,
I'll try to figure it out and make sure you guys know what you're getting for your money.
Yeah, I mean it's really just more planes, I think. And so maybe there's like some special stuff there, but I don't know. If those come with like some of the additional challenges, then that could be worth it. But yeah, that is something we're going to want to pay attention to, is like which version to buy. That's going to be an important question to answer as well. But this game, I'm definitely going to, I'm pretty sure I'm going to end up picking this up, maybe even tonight or something. And start getting a little bit, just make sure I have everything ready and unlocked that I need. And because you don't know, I don't know what you have to like get like kind of unlock first. It's not usually that kind of game. So but I'll probably pick this up, play this flat beforehand, unlike the next game that we'll end up talking about, which I am not touching until VR mode.
I am. We'll get to that in just 1 second. We got Comic Book Guy, the Game Cat with the 5 quid, says, maybe I've mentioned this to you in the past, but I think the chances of Avatar Frontiers of Pandora getting a VR mode is like 90% that it won't happen. Yeah, I think that Frontiers is Ubisoft, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Listen, I think Ubisoft, is somebody mowing their lawn outside? Oh my God. It could just be. It could just be a motorcycle.
Good.
I was going to say, I just don't think that Ubisoft wants to do anything that isn't guaranteed to make them money right now, right? And guaranteed to make them a lot of money. Avatar is a big IP. Making this game was going to absolutely rake in millions and millions and millions of dollars for them. There was no question about it. Spending another million or two to get it into VR for what benefit, right? So they can make back a few $100,000, right? I don't think it's worth it to them. I think Ubisoft is playing it very, very, very safe these days.
I've played Avatar Frontiers of Pandora in VR with UEVR.
Yep.
And it was all right. It's like pretty forest and stuff. I didn't play a whole lot of it. Maybe like an hour or two, but it's all right. It'd be cool to have it, but I don't think it's like we must have this kind of thing.
I mean, it would be amazing. I'm not gonna lie, right? I'm not even a big Avatar fan. I really enjoyed the first movie. I saw it multiple times in the theater. brought different people. Saw with my dad at least once, ex at least once, blah blah blah. And then I completely fell out on the second movie. But having really enjoyed the first movie, I think I would love this game. So it would be nice, but unlikely. As comic book guy said, 90% not happening. So we're gonna do one more tip and then we'll move along. Hold on a second. Well, we're gonna stay on Avatar. We're gonna jump around a little bit because comic book guys.
Jump around. Jump up, and get down.
There it is. Okay, that's what I was waiting for. He spends another $5 and says, "In 4 and 5 might not happen as the last one made 1.4 billion, so down for the normal 2 billion from the first two made." Wait, when did 1.4 billion dollars become a bad amount of money for a movie to make? I guess when you're spending $500 billion to make a movie, right? Holy crap!
And by the way, I'm singing as much as I can because Wes isn't here and he's been very singy lately. So trying to do my best to fill in. He's
been real singy. Like that's his entire role during the Parole board live streams.
The live streams, he sings the entire everything you say. He starts singing about it.
It's great. It's great. I love it because I'm usually like anytime somebody says something, immediately I'm like, is Wes going to sing this? Is Wes going to?
He does it with his Wes voice, which makes it even better.
You know what? AJ, I got to tell you this. I was gonna. Oh, my mic stand meowed.
Yeah. It made like a velociraptor. Now it sounds like a
haunted house creaking door. Sure, let's go with that. Yeah, it sounds like a 2600 baud modem trying to connect with the internet. So AJ, there was a conversation on Gamescast recently about what I've been doing musically, right? You know, I've been running the stairs in my building, and like it's so much easier when you've got good music going, and I just reverted back to 90s Brian. And it's just like, and I was like, this is great listening to like, you know, songs that I love and shit that I, you know, missed from the 90s or even early 2000s. But it's like, how great would it be to like listen to new music from that era? Because there's so much of it, right? Because if you were going to listen to music from that era, like you generally had to own the CD or you only knew the singles that were on the radio or on MTV. And that was it. And so it was funny because I was listening to, strangely, there was a whole conversation I think Wes and I had about like the Black Album being the album that got me into Metallica, right? And so they're like, oh, that's not really one for the real fans, right? That's more of a commercial album and blah, 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 the whole thing. And I was like, man, I should go back and listen to other Metallica albums. And today, AJ, I listened to Master of Puppets and A, fucking loved it. But B, I knew every goddamn song on that album. So I knew way more Metallica than I thought I did. I thought the Black Album was sort of the beginning and end of my knowledge and a couple singles beyond that from, you know, Garage Days and Load and all that stuff. But yeah, apparently I know Master of Puppets back to back. It's crazy.
There's a lot of good songs on there, dude. Orion, the bass solo, Kill 'Em All, or maybe that wasn't Kill 'Em All. What Kill 'Em All was it? Maybe it was Kill 'Em All. I don't remember now. Yeah, no, but Kill 'Em All, Master of Puppets, and Injustice for All. No, I'm sorry, not Injustice for All. Ride the Lightning. Those are three of like definitely my favorite albums. But you know what probably oddly enough is probably my favorite album? Metallica, S&M. Metallica and the Symphony thing. Yeah, I love it's like it's Metallica live with the San Francisco Orchestra, and they do like just all their songs with like this like most epic freaking like symphony behind them, and I love that album so much. It sounds like it sounds like them mixed with like Danny Elfman or something, and it's really cool.
Nice. Wes is in the chat, by the way. I'm glad you're here, man, because I listened to Master of Puppets for you today, and yeah, he keeps saying battery.
Battery.
Glad you got to hear that.
So I know a lot of people Colin Love says I love Injustice for All. It's a great album and everything. It can never be my favorite because you can't hear any bass, and I'm a bassist at heart. And so like I can't stand that album because it's like there's no bass the entire time. They've got Jason Newsted's like 0.01 decibels for his bass, which I get it, paying respects to Cliff Burton and everything, but I have to have bass in my music.
I've never heard an album without bass. No, that's not true. I listen to a lot of early Bob Dylan, so it's just acoustic guitar straight up. But interesting. We got Stingray X with a $20 tip. Says happy hump day. Some pizza dough. Get it? See y'all next week at the meetup. It's gonna be nice meeting Stingray. I've heard his voice for years, and I have no idea what he looks like.
Who? I'm sorry, I missed it.
I know. I saw that you typed in the chat, so I'm not going to repeat myself.
Danny Elfman's going to be at Sick New World.
Are we going to go see? Are we going to go do Wizard of Oz at the Sphere or no? I know some people are. Oz? Well, just it's what's playing at the Sphere. We don't get to pick. Hey, can you play Pink Floyd's The Wall for us on the Sphere? There's like 30 of us. Is that okay?
Now we're talking.
Yeah, we're talking. I know. We don't get to pick. I'm just saying, it's like we're in Vegas. We should go see the Sphere. Is anybody interested in that? I mean, I don't give a fuck about seeing the Wizard of Oz for the 4,000th time in my life, but I kind of want to check out the Sphere. So I might do that. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
There's worse movies, I suppose.
I think it's going down Sunday night. I think Scalpel Doc and some people are going to go. And so I feel like by Sunday night, we're all going to be fucking exhausted. And so just to go sit somewhere for like an hour and a half and just be like, I don't have to do anything. It's nice.
Just put in some headphones with The Wall.
Dude, I mean, I bet it lines up perfectly.
So I've heard 20 years ago.
We should all put Darkside on our headphones.
Dude, Brian, have you ever watched Wizard of Oz with Pink Floyd The Wall, bro? Oh my god.
But have you ever watched it on weed? It was literally my favorite. Like I love Jon Stewart for so many reasons, but I've never loved him more than I loved him in Half Baked. That shit was hilarious. Oh man. All right, listen, I love you guys, and thank you so much for the tips. We do want to get on to, I know people were asking us for the Secret of the Mimic conversation from like literally the second we started. Yes, we know, Nihilist Ryan. We know. Well, actually, sorry, Ryan's going to be my whipping boy for the whole show. I'm sorry. Yeah, we'll get back to your tips in just a minute here, guys, but people have been asking for the Secret of the Mimic conversation since the beginning of the show. And so, guys, fucking incredible news. I don't know what it means, but a new teaser came out today. I'm even going to go full screen for this because I want you guys to see this along with us. But
I'm glad you're doing that because that teaser looks freaking awesome.
I know. And I kind of want it to be like, oh, this is the first time we've seen PSVR2 footage, but it's not. Because here it is. Because when they debuted Secret of the Mimic at these trade shows and let people play it, the very first, they let people play it in with PSVR2 on. They weren't letting people check it out on the flat screen. They were showing off the VR version. So we have actually seen VR footage before, which is crazy. That was some of the first footage we saw. And then the VR version kind of disappeared. The flat screen game came out and like, hush, fell over the crowd. And then next thing we knew, they said, spring 2026? And then yesterday, they said it is coming. The VR version is coming very, very, very soon. 3 varies, AJ. 3 varies. If 1 vary means next month. 2 varies means next week. 3 varies means it better fucking come out today, or there's gonna be a lot of people who are mad at you. Okay,
that's pretty vary.
3 varies. Like it better be out tomorrow.
Minutes. It's minutes away. It's legitimate minutes away.
What'd you think of this tease?
Dude, it looks fantastic. I mean, luckily they show you some gameplay clips and everything. And this is what I was saying earlier. Like Microsoft Flight Sim, I will play and a little bit just to make sure I've got everything unlocked, everything I need. This, I want like the less I know, the better. That was my first experience with like, Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted. It was like, I knew nothing going in. And it ended up being like one of my favorite PSVR 1 games. I got the platinum trophy, made a guide on it. Like it was amazing. And I played Help Wanted 2. I love Curse of the Dreadbear as well. I played Help Wanted 2 and I was like, like it didn't grab me as much. This is exciting because I have no idea what to expect. But this teaser looks really, really good.
Sorry, I'm looking up something real quick. Oh, you
This
know what?
is
I remembered before I finished typing it. Somebody in the chat was asking who is porting this, and it's funny because I was asking the exact same thing today. Because whoever did Five Nights at Freddy's Help Wanted 1 did a killer job, right? I mean, like they ported it from PSVR 1 to PSVR 2, and they did an absolute killer job. It was running at like 90 native, everything was super high resolution, and then Help Wanted 2 was like less impressive, right? It was a little more jittery, it had a lot more shimmering, right?
Yeah.
It was okay, but it wasn't anything great, especially compared to the first one. And that was all done by Pingle Studio, if I remember correctly. Not a studio that anybody's really familiar with, especially when it comes to PSVR 2 ports, but because of their work on Help Wanted 1, I have massive respect for them. So, but here we are. This is happening a little bit differently, and so I don't know if Steelwool is handling the PSVR 2 version themselves, or if they brought Pingle back in. But I am a little nervous, you know. But I do think they actually cleaned up Help Wanted 2 to a decent degree, where it was like, you know, very little to complain about. So I'm sure it'll be fine either way. I gotta turn this light down just a little bit.
Yeah, the game itself is what I'm, you know, mostly excited about. But yeah, if it's, I mean, you can't go by the flat screen footage here. That's like the teaser footage. You can't go by because that's not usually representative of what it's going to look across all platforms. But if it's pretty good, like, oh man, like it is. I love the art style of the FNAF, and you know, if they really take advantage of some of the features like the OLED panel, really, you know, have those inky blacks, that's going to go a long way in a game like this. And Help Wanted, even on PSVR 1, Help Wanted is crisp. I mean, it is crisp, it is colorful, and it just really helps that like really scary atmosphere. I mean, that I still always talk about the level where you're walking through the basement with one of the Foxies, and all you have is that flashlight or that flash camera, and like that shit was up to me, that was like up there with like Resident Evil 7 levels of scary. Like that was so terrifying, and I just hope that this is a similar experience. And like I said, I haven't played this game. I want to go in completely blind.
Yep.
For the most part. However, Brian, someone I know has played this a little bit and might be able to give us a little bit of information on it.
That certainly explains the flat screen footage that's been playing for the last 2 minutes. Yeah, listen, I knew we were going to be talking about Secret of the Mimic today, and I'm getting real tired of talking about games that have been out for like a year and not knowing anything about it. And so I was like, I basically wanted to jump in, not to play the whole game or spoil anything for the VR version for myself, but instead to have some kind of idea of how excited we should be. I mean, is this even a game that we think is going to work well in VR? It's a completely different type of FNAF game. And
yeah, what's different? Because usually it's a puzzle game, you're stationary, you're hitting buttons. There were some, you know, things with locomotion, like the corn maze in the Curse of Dreadbear DLC. Again, freaking love the Curse of Dreadbear DLC. But yeah, so tell me what's different about it from what we've experienced with Help Wanted.
This is just a completely different kind of game. It's a completely different way to experience the world of Five Nights at Freddy's. So you start off and you are, you know, an employee at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria, and you're a technician, and you're driving home from like a quadruple shift or some shit like that, and they call you and they're like, "We really need you to go to this other location," and you're like, "I'm falling asleep, man. I'm falling asleep. I'm like literally driving home and I can't keep my eyes open." And they're like, "Thanks, man. We really appreciate you doing this for us." Like just absolutely ignoring everything we're saying, and they basically force us to go if they, you know, if we want to keep getting paid. And then and they basically convince you to go and address some motion sensors that have been tricked at this location. And so you go, and almost immediately you start you realize that it's a puzzle game. You're working your way through, figuring out how to get from place to place. And let me tell you, man, it feels like Steelwool had VR in mind from the get-go, because every single interaction in this game that I assumed you would just walk up and hit the X button to do, it's not. Like you're gonna see right here, like there's this thing right now, there's this engine that I'm trying to rev up. It's just like a lawnmower, like if you're trying to start a lawnmower. And you don't just walk up and keep pushing the X button. You walk up first, R2 reaches your hands out and grabs something. And then the analog stick, the right analog stick, is meant to interact with that, right? And so there'd be things that you're turning with your hand, or things like that you're pulling, and so you're constantly either rotating the right analog stick or you're pulling it back like this. And so it felt like they implemented all of these VRAF interactions into the game, and then even made it so that you had to do some kind of VRAF interactions on the flat screen. You know what I mean? Like instead of just hitting the X button, you had to actually do these motions. And so I was like, this is really cool. And immediately tells you like, this is going to work great in VR, because this is obviously what they designed it to be like. Right. So, but what it is at its heart is, and I'm only an hour in, so like maybe I don't know if I can say this, but it is a somewhat linear, narrative-driven campaign. It's not mini games. There are mini games. You'll see this one right here, where it's kind of like Pipe Dream, like these classic, like get the ooze through the pipes and by rotating all of these pieces around, right? So it does still manage to have that Five Nights at Freddy's vibe about it, because you are still doing these like mini games and you got to do them relatively fast, but they're just there. They're not whole events that you're going to. And so is stuff like stalking you the entire time, or yes,
because it can't be Five Nights at Freddy's without like jump scares and like the constant dread of something like coming after you, that you are basically, it's a run for your life simulator. It's one of my favorite kind of horror games. Well,
and I think this is how this is the part of the game they nailed more than anything, right? There is stealth involved, but you are also very frequently running for your life.
Okay.
There's closets for you to hide in. There's machines that make noises. There's like,
I'm getting stressed out just thinking about it. I forgot how fucking stressful this game is.
There's big cardboard cutouts that you can hit the button on for them to make a lot of noise. Sorry, lots of sirens on my end. You hit the button for them to make a lot of noise, right? And they're like, hey, rah, rah, hey, come over here for this distraction. And if there's something that's stalking the area, they will start running toward you, and so you gotta hide in a locker and wait for them to run past, and then fucking dart out of that locker and make your way toward your destination and to get past them. And so and if you get caught, it does the same thing every other Five Nights at Freddy's game has ever done, where it's like that, the animatronic is right up in your face and they're trying to kill you, like, or they are killing you for that jump scare to make sure you have a heart attack right before you die. And the whole time I was like, you know what, this is really tame. This is really tame, but most of my experience with FNAF has been in VR, right? And so I was like, so I just kept trying to imagine, how is this going to be in VR? How is this going to be in VR? How is this going to be in VR? And the only answer I come up with is going to be fucking terrifying, right?
Yeah, I can imagine, especially some nice headphones. And so stealth, puzzle, horror, survival.
A little bit of Metroidvania thrown in there too. You've got this big key tool device, and you need to basically learn. You basically need to download new access codes into it so that you can unlock specific types of doors. And so you have to explore and make sure that you download those access codes so that you can open other doors with different symbols on them. There's tons of collectibles to find, but this right here is I think the clincher, AJ. The whole premise is that it's called The Secret of the Mimic, right? And so the whole premise is that the Mimic is stalking you, and it can inhabit any of the animatronics in the entire game. And so you'd be walking through these massive warehouses where there's just animatronics lined up, like almost like they just arrived at the factory, and they're sitting in their crates, their shipping crates, and you're just walking past them going, is one of these fucking things going to jump out at me? Is one of it? This is so it's, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'd go as far to be like, oh, this is, Secret of the Mimic is a AAA game, probably a single A game, but it's absolutely the kind of game that I want to play in VR, right? And not just because it's a horror game, but because it feels meaty. It just feels like there's a lot going on here, and I want to stop. I don't want to play anymore after my first hour.
Yeah, well, it's a hybrid game, so it's a bunch of good things. And yeah, this is another one I think, even though it's been shown on a showcase before, it's like, this is one that really, you want to boost some PSVR2 sales. You want to amplify, the awareness of VR. Like, this is one that gets people out there playing VR and experiencing it and seeing how awesome it is. So this would be a really cool one if they do a state of play. Sony, this would be a really cool one to put on the big stage and put a spotlight on, along with Microsoft Flight Sim, because it's a big deal. It's a big deal. This is the kind of stuff the community would really love too. It would just be a big morale boost for seeing that kind of thing. Being like, but that aside, I'm I don't know how much more I want to hear. I think you've shared.
I don't want to even tell more. I don't want to say more.
You shared just the right amount. It looks really pretty. I mean, graphically, the graphics what you're showing here look really, really pretty. I can totally see how the interactions could be integrated pretty well. It's like just very, very close already. Maybe it was designed with some VR in mind, kind of like Village, Resident Evil Village was. I think I wouldn't be surprised one bit if it was, because it's been in development for a while, obviously, like a long time ago started development. So I'm interested to see the lore too. I want to know more about this Mimic. And one thing I didn't, I really did kind of like grow fond of a lot of the characters. I haven't seen this clown guy before, or clown thing. But
you're going to see a lot of it.
Oh God. But yeah, I love them. I love mini games too. Like, so I do hope there are some mini games. I'm sure there will be. But yeah, I'm interested in the lore. The lore is actually a lot more fun. And the characters and stuff like that is a lot more fun to follow along than you would think.
Yeah, for sure. And I got really into the FNAF lore back when Help Wanted 1 first came along. And, and then since then I've watched the movies and, played Help Wanted 2. But I know less than I know. Right. Like I don't know a whole lot more than I do know is probably what I should say. And so like, I do feel like an outsider coming to Secret of the Mimic, but I guess I'm here to tell you that like it doesn't fucking matter. Like if you're not a FNAF fan and you just want to play a scary game, that's it feels like it's dishing out the story in good amounts at a good pace, so it doesn't bog you down. Right? Every so often you are kind of standing in a security room waiting for the dude to be done talking, right? And it's like in VR that's a little less tolerable. However, the story is enjoyable, and it's I think the writing has gotten better in FNAF games throughout the years, and so the stuff that the guy on the speaker is saying to you is more interesting, I think, than it's ever been. And real quick, I just want to say I checked out hltb.com and checked out to see how long it takes to beat Secret of the Mimic, because it has been out on the flat screen for a while, right? Flat gamers take offense. No, and they're saying 6 to 8 hours. Right? If you're not really exploring, you're not really taking your time, probably 6 hours. If you're doing all the side stuff, 8 hours. But then they're saying 15 hours for completionists. And so that's pretty decent, man. That's pretty decent.
That makes sense. Help Wanted took me like 15 hours to beat and 20 to get the platinum.
Nice. And I do want to get back into those games because I've been meaning for a while now to get an official PSVR 2 review out for Help Wanted 1 and 2. And so I look forward to those closer to October. But this one obviously is going to happen way sooner. I feel like this one's probably going to drop before Vegas, dude. It's probably coming out this week.
You think tomorrow?
Dude, they said very, very, very soon. You don't use 3 verys if you don't mean tomorrow. But this news actually broke yesterday, so I was hoping it would drop today.
Yeah. I think I could see. I'd say Thursday or tomorrow or Tuesday is what it seems like.
Yeah, very soon. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun playing it today, and nice. and I don't. It feels weird to play these games on the flat screen. It does. Like it just doesn't. It's like I just want to reach out and pull something. Right? Don't make me walk up and hold R2 and pull the analog stick. So I am looking forward to the improved way to play this game. And if they nail the resolution and the frame rate and all of that, and they utilize, dude, if they utilize, I would like to say this is all for certain, but we have been disappointed in the past, right? When we think that a certain studio or a certain game is going to absolutely nail it, we've been disappointed. So nothing is for certain. Happen. But I really, seeing how well they utilize the blacks of the OLED panels on Help Wanted 1 and 2, it gives me so much faith that this is going to look stunning in the headset. And I hope that the reason for the delay is because they wanted to give it that extra time and give it that extra polish for us.
Exactly. We've seen that happen where a game is delayed, it takes a long time, but when they're actually working on it, polishing it up, making it as good as it can be, oh man. And such a big IP. I mean, I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt with their track record and everything, even though Help Wanted 2 was a little blurry, janky at launch. I'm going to go in with the expectation of this looking pretty good. And like you said, hopefully that's been the reason it's taking so long, is because it's really, really nice looking.
Andrew Ehrenreich with $5 says, happy West AJ Day.
West J. It's West J.
Now that the winter's over, it's super busy at work. Just want to say thanks for making my West Day suck just a little bit less.
Thank you guys, man. Thank you for having me today. It's been awesome to be here again.
Wait, doesn't Andrew work at a pizza place?
Oh, I want pizza.
Why dude? I mean, I like pizza way. I mean, listen, I like pizza 24/7, but I like pizza way more during the cold months, right? It's like when it's cold outside and you get a delivery and it's like piping hot and that marinara just like fucking burns your throat because it's so hot, and just like no, you haven't had good pizza, my friend.
Oh, I have. I've had very good pizza.
But yeah, if I just love hot food during cold months. So I'm surprised that it's actually picking up because the winter's over. Anyway, thank you for the tip, Andrew Ehrenreich. Izzard with the $5 says, we've got some tips to catch up on here. Do you think he thought that I was going to say we've got some tips to catch up on here, and then say Izzard with the $5 says we've got some tips to catch up on here? Let's pretend that happened in an alternate universe. It'll make Izzard sound more witty. We're gonna see Izzard next week.
Holy shit! Are we really?
Yeah.
God damn, crazy. I don't know how many people are coming. The last I heard, it sounded like a lot. Yeah. So, man.
Wait, is Twitcher coming? I don't think we ever got an official answer. Twitcher, you coming?
Be a big one. I remember. Yeah, I think he was kind of.
He was sort of like on the edge the whole time, and then I don't think we ever got an official answer.
I don't want to encourage it, but I do see people still saying flat snowflake gamers. Hey, if somebody's ever giving you a hard time about liking VR, then just be like, hey, don't be a flat snowflake gamer.
I think we just simplify it to snowflake gamer. No one else will understand what we're talking about. But yep. No, we got VR Joe, the Hoosier Gamecat with the $5 says, I got to go. But if you're watching, hit the like button.
No, you know what you could do? Call them a singleton gamer.
There you go.
No, because they'll have no idea what you're talking about. They'll be like Googling it, like, what's a singleton game? What's a singleton?
I'll make sure to put hashtag singleton gamer in the tags for this video. So when people search singleton, they'll find this video. Twitcher confirms he's not coming. But
dang.
What are you going to do, man? What are you going to do? You will be missed. You'll be missed. Any of the cats that can't make it this year will be missed. We know that Boston was far more convenient for some of you. And we know that with the state of the world, Vegas was not something that some people from outside the country want to do. We totally understand. We love you. And fucking dude, fingers crossed that the world and everything gets better in 2027. Set to J.
Nice. Sorry.
More sirens on my end. I should just call the video sirens on my end so people just know the whole time. If you hear hot sirens, they're coming from my end. Yeah. Listen, I kept telling people, I was like, listen, we have no idea what's happening in 2027. This could be the last Gamecat meetup for a little bit. But who knows, man? Who knows? I always leave Gamecat meetups going, this is why we do this every year. It's always heartwarming. It's always such a sense of community. They are the greatest people ever. And getting to get together and talk to them in person and seeing who they are as something other than just a screen name with a little bit of text after it, really makes all this feel real. So I got to refresh the. You know what? I'll refresh the tip window here in a second, but listen, after Monday's conversation, AJ, the cats were pretty clear about a few things when it comes to Gamecat Ops. And that's that we have to be, we really have to focus and not just be like, we need to focus on 5 games at once instead of 20 games at once. It's that we need to literally focus on 1 game an episode, and we need to kind of be here for that, right? We need to kind of take the lead, and it's not good enough to just like, oh, hey, here's a channel on Discord. Go to it, you guys. Let's go, right? I think the point was very clear. Everyone was like, you tell us what to do, right? And so since I can't, be updating 20 channels on Discord every single day of the week, what I can do is make a point to have a Gamecat Ops feature center section of Gamescast every single episode. And so I just wanted to say that I think it's very important that we hit up Star Wars Galactic Racer today. Star Wars Galactic Racer is getting closer. It's the kind of game that would sell headsets. It's also the kind of game that doesn't require any kind of massive overhaul from a control standpoint. When we tell these developers that we want Galactic Racer on PSVR2, it's super duper important that we say, listen, we don't need hands in the game. We want the DualSense controls just like the flat screen. We don't need an interactive cockpit. We want to play the game in the exact same way, but in VR, just like Wipeout a Mega Collection, right? So I think this is a reasonable one to ask for, and I also think it would be very. I think it would also be very beneficial for the headset to get this game. AJ, I feel like when I first said that this is a reasonable one to ask for, you kind of rolled your eyes a little bit. Do you disagree?
Hey man, you got this. I don't want to say I talked plenty on Monday.
Okay. Well, then listen, we're going to go for it. The tip window is completely broken, by the way. Completely broken. So I will try to fix that in just a second. But in the meantime, let's head over to... All right. I actually said that we don't need to make a lot of noise on Twitter because Twitter is overcrowded, overpopulated. But I was very happy to see that there are already plenty of comments over here asking for a PSVR2 version. And so if you guys are on Twitter, then, finally, the tip window crashed so I could reset it. Hold on a second. All right. AJ, do you mind... No, you know what? I got it. I'm just going to copy and paste that link right in there. This is for the Twitter link, where they, from earlier today, said planet environments impact your vehicle and your racing lines, blah, 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 volcanic lava. Who the fuck cares? It is the newest social media post for Star Wars Galactic Racer, and I think this is a great place to make some noise. Amiga Guru. Oh, I spotted a PSVR2 logo in there. AKM says, I would gladly pay extra for PSVR2 mode. No need to add cockpit interactions. Regular controller is fine. See, this is what I'm talking about. This is exactly what I'm talking about. I don't know. Is Axel Nizam said PS5 VR2 mode, please. William Pelcher said, I'd love to play this on PSVR2. Please make VR support. And I don't know if that's the end of our PSVR2 request, but guys, let's add to it. Oh, Stephen McGinn said PSVR2, please, be the ultimate gaming experience. Oh, Greg M, PSVR2. You know what? I'm going to heart Jessica Switch 2 because that's probably where I'll play it. No, I'm just kidding. I can't do that. But we also have right here, AJ. This is the Blue Sky link. I'm going to post that in the live chat. And now, I know not a ton of you have Blue Sky. Twitter is probably the easiest social media site to use. It's where the most people are. But what I got to say about that, right, is that when there's not a lot of people somewhere, here, did this transfer over? Yeah, it did. When there's not a lot of people, this is it. Look at this. there are 3 responses. So instead of the hundreds of responses that there are on Twitter, there are 3 responses. And guess what? All of them are currently about PSVR2. So sometimes you can kind of get your voice heard by going over to Blue Sky. And so that's another option. Make sure you like everybody's comment. I'm going to put one in right now. Please add PSVR2 support. No need to add any new controls. The DualSense is already perfect. And a little heart. Reply. See? And that's it. That's it. That's all we're asking you to do for Gamecat Ops. Make it nice and easy. Make sure that we're not asking a whole lot from you guys. And hopefully, if, again, about 4,000 or 5,000 people are going to watch this, if we can get 1,000 of you, we won't, to help out, they are going to fucking hear that. They're absolutely going to hear that. But we have to try, you guys. We have to try. I know a lot of people just don't want to try. They don't want to spend even a fucking second begging for games. They just say, well, we should get it. They're not going to give it to us if we don't beg for it. Leave your humility at the door. Get on your fucking hands and knees and put those goddamn feet in your goddamn mouth and lick until they say, okay, stop. I don't know where this is going. I said, fine, stop, it tickles. We'll give you a PSVR2 mode. That's all I got. We got to try, you guys. We got to try. That's what I'm trying to say. It has been conspicuously silent for this entire segment. It's all good, man. It's all good. But I'm not going to let you be silent anymore because it's your turn to host 4-minute challenge. Oh yeah, baby. 4-minute challenge. So while I don't know if you get your game together, but whether you do or not, I'm going to make sure that we check out the last few tips here. Corvo in the heart with the level 1 membership. Oh no, they just joined. Hey, thanks for joining us. Appreciate you joining us at the level 1 membership. Grandpa's Barbecue or Gamecat with the Australian 5 says, I wouldn't have to be a singleton gamer as well if they just hybrid everything. Yeah, agreed. When will these lazy developers get off their lazy asses and just bring everything to VR? At this point, I think AJ's microphone's not even working anymore.
Check 1, check 2.
Syphilis.
I'm here. I'm here.
You ready to do 4-minute challenge?
Yes.
Nice. Did you already pick a game?
I did, and I man, there was one I wanted to pick, and I was like, man, I don't want to break. I don't feel like. I don't know. I didn't feel like breaking the streak, so it may be guessable, but it would be. I don't even think there's zero chance. It would be a challenge for even the loopers out there.
Sorry, somebody donated $5 to the GoFundMe, but it's not showing up on the list for some reason. Sometimes it takes a little while for the name to pop up. But thank you, whoever out there donated $5 to the Gamecat Vegas Adventure GoFundMe. We appreciate you. We love you. Your money will not be completely wasted by gambling the entire weekend. I don't think any of us are gamblers. I don't think that's happening anyway.
No, but I did get $50 from Scalpel Doc to gamble, so I have to do it once.
Hell yeah!
Let's see. I'll do a $1 gamble 50 times.
Oh, okay. I figured it was all like, put $50 on black or something. Down. Yeah, a roulette wheel or something. No, I don't even know how to gamble. I really don't. Like I've done slot machines at Mohegan Sun here. And that's pretty much it. And everything else I know from TV shows and movies, and I'm assuming it's not exactly like that.
I'll just put the $50 in and play some hold'em, and I'll just be like all in.
Yeah, what I have seen is Empire Records, and Lucas bets the whole house on something and loses in the first 5 minutes of the movie, and yeah,
I've done some like poker tournament stuff. And I drive people crazy because I'm like really aggressive because I don't really care. And they're like super serious about it. and like somebody that doesn't really give a shit is like just you just cause so much chaos in the tournaments because like you feel like you have nothing to lose and they really want to win. So it's pretty funny.
No love for Empire Records in the chat. God, I thought I was gonna get a couple of you. Empire Records, top 10 movies of all time. Fuck Lord of the Rings. Just kidding. I promise I'll watch Lord of the Rings. If someone donates $666, I'll watch the whole trilogy.
I thought it was like 300 and what was it? It was like 300 and something.
It was 222 per movie. And the point of that was that if you donate 666, I'll watch the whole fucking trilogy. And I'll do that in one day, God damn it. Somebody's going to donate that much money. I will absolutely watch the whole trilogy in one day. Oh, well, how much work it'll be, AJ. Oh, God. But I'll get through it for the team.
It's like one of the greatest movies of all time. Greatest trilogies. I love the books too. It's all good.
I know. I love making fun of it. Just like I love making fun of Dave Matthews Band whenever Tatum's around. All right, man. You ready to do this? It's time to do a 4-minute challenge where AJ is thinking of a game. I've got 4 minutes, and you guys out there as well. 4 minutes and an infinite number of yes or no questions asked to figure out what PSVR 1 or PSVR 2 game he's thinking of. Remember, ask good questions in the chat, and then based on the answers we get, suggest games that it might be. I need your help. I'm really terrible at this. My brain doesn't work anymore. I mean, it's never worked, but it also doesn't work anymore. On your mark. Get Des. Go. Is it on PSVR 1?
Yes.
Is it also on PSVR 2?
No.
All right. Is this a good game? Do I like this game?
I'd say yes. Yes.
Okay. Brian Likey. Did I review it?
Oh.
Okay. You ponder that. You can look it up. Is it first person?
Yes.
Is any third person elements? AJ can't do two things at once. Any third person
elements?
Just say no. Let's move along.
I'm gonna say no, but there could be actually. There could be like a little bit here and there.
Do you do any shooting, like with guns?
I don't think so. It's not a shooter.
Is there any combat? God, what's happening?
No, I don't think there's combat.
Okay, we're gonna say no on combat. Is it walking sim adjacent? Is it anything like a walking sim?
Bro,
I'm about to walk out of this episode right now.
This is really hard. You're asking easy questions that are actually really hard for this. I wouldn't call it a walking sim. No.
Okay. Is it horror? Is there any horror? Is it scary at all?
No, like 1% maybe has a little scary, but no, not horror at all.
Anything supernatural in the game?
You've kind of reviewed this.
I've kind of reviewed it.
Yeah,
there's no straight answer here. Is there a video that's called PSVR reviews with this name in the title of the video? Or is it?
I don't think so.
So probably reviewed on like a Gamescast or something like that.
Something.
Oh my god! I can't believe we're doing
like
this.
That.
Not a Brian Bite is a review, so it can't be a Brian Bite. Plus it's PSVR 1. Oh my god!
Yeah.
Is it a launch title for PSVR 1?
I don't know. Shit, hold on. You should get a couple extra seconds. No, it's not a.
Yeah, I'm going to declare a mistrial for a few extra seconds.
It's not a launch title.
Did it come out within the first year of launch?
No.
I've asked four questions.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
First year.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes, it did.
All right, these are terrible answers. Distracted. Okay, is it an experience more than a game?
I'd say yes.
Did we talk about it on today's show?
No.
Okay, so it's not the Last Guardian demo. Comic Book Guy says, "Are you an alien? Like, do you play as an alien?"
No.
Any underwater elements?
I don't think so. Not really. No. No, it's not Neptune Flux.
Are there dinosaurs?
No.
Is there any music, like whether it's a rhythm game or just music focused?
like in the game at all? Yes, there's music in the game.
No, music focused, like
No, it's not a rhythm game.
not a rhythm game, and like music isn't a primary focus of the game.
And no, there's no music mini games in it either.
Oh my god! Does it use the move controllers?
Yes, it has to. You'd think I never played this game.
Ian Stanbridge says, Brian, you have permission to punch AJ through the internet. Yeah. Okay. So it needs the move controllers. It came out in the first year. I'm going to give myself an extra minute because of all these fucking bullshit answers. Is it based on a known IP or like an existing game franchise or anything like that?
Did we ever establish what
you
meant?
Yes, you're the only one who can't figure out the definition of this question. So yes, we did establish that you don't know what you're talking about.
I would say yes, it's based on a known IP, if that's what you asked.
Okay. It is. So it's based on a known IP. Is it based on an existing game franchise? Is it share a title or a universe with an existing game franchise?
Sure. Kind of. I mean, maybe not like officially, but yeah. Even though it may not say it, it does. Yes. No, I take that back. 100% yes. I take that back. 100%.
He said 100% yes. You guys heard him. Okay, it can't be Bridge Crew. We brought that up today. Is it based on an old cartoon, like 80s cartoon or something like
that? Sure. I mean,
okay.
In some way.
I don't
know about 80s cartoon.
All right. I mean, is this IP? Does this go all the way back to like I don't know, say a movie starring Charlton Heston?
It is based on no. It's I just want you to figure it out at this point. It's not an 80s cartoon. I don't think, no. But yeah, no, it's not based on an 80s cartoon.
AJ, I'm just gonna guess because I don't think we're getting anywhere with this question and answer thing. So is it is this the Planet of the Apes VR game?
Brian, released. Oh God, I hope y'all are gonna hate me for this. Released.
We will.
September 22nd, 2017. Published by Warner Brothers Interactive. It's Batman.
The launch title, Batman
Arkham VR. It says on the store 9/22/2017. Was it a launch title? Because
wasn't Arkham there VR? Was there not a physical version of Arkham VR at launch day one?
Batman Arkham VR. I'm going by the store. It's not my fault if that's not wrong. It was a long time ago. I don't remember when it came out.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
I would think it was a launch title, but it says on the. Why does it say on the store 9/22/2017? That is not my fault. That is false information on the PlayStation Store provided to me.
So yeah, I mean, I played it on a live stream January 6, 2017. And I am 99% sure that it was a launch title. Yeah, Geisen says it was a launch title and had a physical.
I mean, that would make sense.
And yes, it is based on a known IP because that's Batman. Well, and yes, and when I said, is it part of an existing game franchise, then
it is Arkham VR, which is why I corrected myself.
100%.
100%.
Do you understand how these words work now? Yeah.
Why does it? Listen, we can call this a mulligan, but it's not because it's my fault. The store says 9/22/27. I've got it right here in front of me. It says Batman Arkham VR, September 22nd, 2017. So don't be mad at me. Okay? Be mad at Sony.
Listen. There were 18 launch titles. If you had answered it was a launch title, we absolutely would have fucking nailed this. So I think we do have to call it a mulligan, and it is 100% your fault.
That is not 100% my fault. That is not fair.
Yeah.
I said within the first year, and it says on the store. Go to the store right now. It said that's what it says. I've played other versions of this game. I couldn't remember that it was a launch title. Don't you look at me like that. Don't you look at me
I want to. Actually, wait, hold on. Do that again. I think we had that. Hold on. Almost.
Do I need to like?
I can't get my arm down low enough.
I have to higher than.
There we go.
Brian, I can't breathe. Brian, I'm sorry.
I have some weird ass Freddy Krueger arms going on there, which is perfect because I feel like I got a Freddy Krueger shirt on today.
Yeah. You're like emo Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. AKA Freddy Krueger. Anyway. Yeah, I agree. Nat Attack. AJ can't handle twice a week. back down to one a week. You've been stricken to just Mondays and Mondays only. Oh man, that was that. I mean, at least that was funny. I'll give you that. All right, we got to get rolling here. Thank you everybody for your support as always. I think there's hold on. There's 2 tips. You know what? We're going to tackle this after the show. Thank you everybody for being here. We love you very much. Appreciate you supporting us on patreon.com/withoutparolegames, or by being a member over here, or by tipping during the show, or shit, I just saw Wacky Tobacco's PFP. This is Nirvana Nevermind Smile. It really caught my attention. It's hard for PFPs that are literally this big on my screen to catch my attention, but there it is. Or by donating to the fundraiser, to GoFundMe. We appreciate you all very, very much. Thank you for being here. We'll see you on Friday.
What do you?
It's you, man. It's you. You can do it. Not do it.
I don't know what to do. What do you usually do on Wednesdays?
I unlike the chaotic endings on Mondays when you go cue the cat, Brian, and then you start screaming at everybody for 3.5 minutes. I look at Wes and I go, "Happy Wednesday, Wes," and he goes, "Happy Wednesday to you too." And then we calmly and relaxingly end the show, and no one burst a blood vessel.
Calmly and relaxingly end the show with some like techno music. It's like boom, 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 boom. That's it. Is that your idea of calm?
Yeah. Yeah. I was a club kid.
Happy West Day, Brian. Happy West Day, cats.
Cool. Let's go. Melchiah Dante. Is that Melchiah the Soul Reaving Gamecat? Is that who that is?
Razul.
It's got to be. It says if AJ gets exponentially more funny the more he's on Gamescast per week, he needs to come back on Friday. We got 2 more tips to deal with now that the show is over. We got Comic Book Guy Gamecat with the 5 quid. Says, remember Knack? I try not to get Comic Book Guy. I fucking hate Knack so much. I bought that game at the launch of PS4. I think Knack's a stupid little mascot. I don't know what they were thinking. So dumb. Anyway, he says, well, I think I've told you before, but like Astrobot, I think Knack could be a really good idea if it got a video game movie as well. I'll give you that. I think maybe they could redeem Knack by giving him a movie. However, let's not give Sony any ideas. Because an Astrobot movie would be incredible, whereas a Knack movie could fall on its face very, very easily. You know. He also says, imagine if Knack 2 had a VR mode. No, thank you. That is the one hybrid I will not advocate for.
Let's do it, Comic Book Guy Gamecat.
Right, but as always, I love and respect everyone's opinions, and if Knack is some kind of childhood favorite or something to any of you out there, then I will root for you I will root for you to get the things that you want in this life, even if you don't root for me to get the things that I want.
You got to give it to comic book guy. He knows marketing. Like, he understands marketing.
That's true. That's true.
Is there? Are we supposed to like look at like history of Gamescast?
Nope.
No, you guys don't do that anymore.
No, we every Wednesday, but it's every Wednesday. Do you remember, AJ, when you filled in on a day that wasn't a Monday and we cued the cat? Because we associate these things with the co-host, not the day of the week. That's why I was
hoping to get a little history lesson is all. I'm gonna leave here feeling like I didn't learn anything.
Well, guess what, AJ? Too fucking bad. Comic book guy with 1 quid says nothing, but we appreciate your support. Good night, everybody. We love you.